Everybody, I'm going to show you my favorite way to loosen up glutes and hips, and because I have such dense tissue back here, I need to use something that's a little tougher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two orbs by ProTec Athletics. These are Orb Extreme. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set them right to where they hit my glutes. I'm going to sit them back here. And I'm going to lift up, I'm going to roll back. So right when they get, see if you can see there. So right about there, right below the back of my hip and in the glutes. And what I'm going to do is going to go side to side. Notice I have two of them, right? So I'm literally going side to side, just a little bit. I'm just relaxing on the floor, and you can see still that side to side motion. And then I might scoot them in a little bit closer, so I'm not on my tailbone, but I'm just relaxing my weight. My feet lifted up a little bit. And you can see, then I start rocking the hips side to side. And what I'm going to do is, you're going to see, is once I'm up here, I'm going to let one leg go fully, one hip extended right there. You can see that. And I'm going to take the other one. I'm going to bring it up, I'm going to bring it out, and then let it hang there. And now I'm going to bring the knee toward the midline of my body, all the while this one is extended so it's not arching my back. And I'm going to let that sit there and work on the glute and piriformis. Now, why I like doing this is because I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure. I'm not putting my body weight on that ball, and I'm also not doing it on one at a time. So you can see here that I'm dropping the leg, bring it back up. I'm only going as slow. Every now and then I'll find a spot where it wants me to go a little bit slower. So I can keep moving around a little bit, and then I can drop. I can hang out there a little bit. What I'm really feeling right there is piriformis and glute max releasing and up into the glute medius. Ooh, right there. So then I can just make little bitty adjustments with my hip. You can see that's in quick speed, but I'm really only going a little bit at a time. Just little micro adjustments. And if I can't breathe through my belly, I can't breathe deeply through my belly when I'm working on these spots, it's too much. I need to be able to be relaxed. So I'm really letting full breath in, and then I'm just going to keep moving that leg out and down. Bring it up, out, and down. I can do the other side. So I'm going to keep this one extended, bring the other one up, bring it in, and I can bring it down. Just let it drag on the ground. So, pulling up, bring it in, can work on hip, like, ooh. Internal, external rotation. I can work on internal, external with my hip extended, but I like to keep one up and one down when I do that, so I'm not really arching in my pelvis. I keep moving around, bring that one down, and I can do those little micro tilts, a little bit of tilt. You can see that I can bring that one up, and there I get a great spot. So it's crazy, but a lot of the times that I feel that I'm getting that glute to release, that I can actually feel my psoas reacting. Whew. So for me, being a person training the legs so much, to get my glutes to release and let the, ooh, there we go. If my glutes have a full range of motion in my hip, it allows my hip to flex and extend smoothly. I'm not going to have a whole lot of compensation above in my spinal erectors and back, because the hip is where we're trying to hinge and rotate at the hip and femur. Once again, moving around down here, let that straighten out, bring one up, let it come down, let it come down, bring one up, let it come down and out. I can switch this one. Keep, so the psoas is pulling up and I'm still getting right about there. Put my foot down and get that. I'm not trying to cheat by moving all of this area, but I can move a little bit farther. And now we're right more in the meat of the glutes, the thickest part of my glutes, and I'm literally just going to shift side to side, side to side, and then I can start moving again. Start bringing that foot up, bringing it back in, lowering it down, bringing it out. Hold it right there. I found a good spot. It's relaxing. It's releasing that tissue. Slowly go through the range of motion. Bring it up and out. And I can also do it in reverse. Go out and then down, and it's totally different. Feels totally different. So I do this a lot. I usually use the Alpha Ball by Yoga Tuneup, Jill Miller's stuff. I feel that it has to have a good amount of give. I do not ever use lacrosse balls for something like this anymore. First off, they're too hard. They do not give. Second off, they're a little too small, and I have a giant butt, and I can't get to where I need to. The only time I'll ever really use a lacrosse ball is possibly on my delts or something that's really meaty and that's not close to the tendon insertion. I don't want to be rolling around on that. But anyway, I'm making my way, doing a whole lot of, well, there we go. So one leg's down, one leg's up. I'm still getting both. And more to the outside. Now, one leg's down, one leg's up. And I'm going to do this, I'm going to let it fold, let it roll out, and then I can get my leg. That micro adjustment there. Right, there. There we go. Bring it in, lower down. Again, bring it up and in, lower down, out and in. So this is something you could do. It's hard to do on the wall just because you'd be putting a lot of pressure and you're asking your muscle to do a lot on the stabilizing leg. So here, you can lay down and we can get the work. We can do the work. And there we go. Stretch. And as soon as I get off those things, I can feel a giant range of motion increase. So we kick that out of the way. Yep. And that's what I like to do to loosen up some of the glutes and see if you can do it as well. Later.